Vikram and Betal stories welfare to others. As Vikramaditya was walking fast towards cremation ground, Betal spoke again. Vikramaditya, you seem to be angry, but I am very happy to be with you. Now listen to another story. There was a rich man lived in Gandhar Desh. His name was Brahmadatta. He had only one wife and had made the rule for others also not to marry more than one wife. Women were very happy with this arrangement. Brahmadatta had a son named Somadatta. He was very handsome and unmarried. One day, Somadatta went out in the city and halted in front of a temple. After a while, a beautiful woman came out of the temple. Somadatta fell in love with her. That woman also saw him, smiled, and went away shyly. Somadatta came back and thought about the woman. He told that the help of the friends and found about her. She was the daughter of king's minister and her name was Chandrasena. Somadatta sent his proposal to marry her to her parents, but they refused it because she was already engaged to some other man named Jayakarna. Hearing this, Somadatta got very sad. He thought to take sannyas. That a messenger from the Chandrasena came to him and gave him a letter. She wrote in that letter that she would meet him after her marriage. At present, she did not want to create any scene by breaking her marriage. Somadatta got a new life. He waited for Chandrasena. Chandrasena got married to Jayakan. She did not create any scene during marriage ceremonies, but when after the marriage, Jayakan was about to hold her hand, she withdrew it. Jayakan asked her what is the matter. She told him that she loved Somadatta. Hearing this, Jayakan could not speak anything. After a while, he asked her, do you want to go to him? Yes, you may go. Chandrasena went to Somadatta's house. It was midnight, everything was quiet, and Chandrasena was going there laden with ornaments. Suddenly, a thief saw her and came in her way. Chandrasena got scared. She told him that she was going to see her lover. When she would come back, she would give her all ornaments to him. The thief took a promise from her and let her go. He said, I will wait for you here only till you come back. Chandrasena agreed and went to Somadatta's house. Seeing her in this guise, Somadatta got scared. She said, why are you so scared? I wrote you that I would come after my marriage. Are you married? Yes. Somadatta did not know what to do. Chandrasena said, what are you looking at? Love me. Somadatta said, no, I cannot love you. You know the law of our kingdom. You are now Jayakan's wife. I will be hanged for this crime. Chandrasena said, then you won't? No, it was another matter before marriage, but now I cannot. Chandrasena went back disappointed. She came back to the thief. The thief got happy to see her coming back, but when he saw her sad face, he asked her, why are you sad? What happened? Chandrasena told him everything. The thief pitied her and said, I like your truthfulness, that you came back to me. Now I will not take your ornaments. You may go. And the thief went away, leaving Chandrasena there. Chandrasena also came back to Jayakarna. Jayakarna asked her, why have you come back here now? Chandrasena told him everything. Jayakarna said, now I cannot accept you. You may go wherever you like. Thus he left Chandrasena. Since he had nowhere to go, she committed suicide by jumping in a well. Betal said, now you do justice, Vikramaditya. Vikramaditya said, where is there any justice? Chandrasena died. Whatever she did, she got its result. Betal said, that is all right, but in this story, whose obligation is more, Jayakarna, his own wife's, or Somadatta, who did not accept Jayakarna's wife, or of the thief who did not take her ornaments? Vikramaditya said, whatever obligation is done without selfishness, that is known as real obligation. Whoever had done the obligation without any selfishness, only his obligation should be regarded greater. Is it Somadatta? No, because he refused to accept her only because of king's fear. He did not oblige Jayakarna. Betal asked, then is it Jayakarna? No, his heart was broken because of his wife's bad character. That is why he left her. Then Is it Chandrasena? No, she was doing all that because of her love. In fact, it was the thief. He did not have any selfish motive. That is why he didn't take her ornaments. This is why I consider the thief as the greatest. Betal said, "You're right, you have done the correct justice." Since Vikramaditya broke his silence, Betal again ran away from the king's shoulder and hung on the tree upside down. Vikramaditya caught him by his hair, put him on his shoulder, and started walking fast against towards the cremation ground. After a while, Betal said, "You are a very good judge. You can separate water from milk." Vikramaditya remained silent. Betal said, "Don't be angry, Vikramaditya. I have been entertaining you." Vikramaditya said, "You have been entertaining me or you have been troubling me?" Betal assured him, "Trust me, I wish you're good. You will see a surprise on this coming turning, but don't stop." Vikramaditya continued walking but stopped on the turning. Some beautiful women were dancing there. Suddenly, they all surrounded Vikramaditya. Then he remembered Betal's instruction that he should not stop there, so he continued walking. Betal said, "Bravo." Vikramaditya asked, "Who were they?" Betal said, "It all goes on in the forest. That is why people are afraid to come here. But you are really brave. You came here. In fact, they are bitches. You have stopped them, they would have eaten you. But when I was coming here, they were not there. They appear at this time only. All were lost souls. Among them, some were queens, and one of them was my wife." "Your wife?" "Yes. Doesn't she know you?" "There is no relationship after death." And suddenly Betal ran from the shoulder of the Vikramaditya and went to the tree again. I hope you guys like this story. If you want more interesting stories from our channel, please do like, share, comment and subscribe to Chinnari Kadalu. Thank you so much.